Sweet children, you have now heard true things from the true Father and come into the light. Your duty is to remove everyone from darkness and bring them into the light. Question, when you children give this knowledge to anyone, what should you definitely remember? Answer, constantly continue to say, Baba, Baba. Because by your doing this, any consciousness of mine, I, me, mine, will finish. Your inheritance will also be remembered. So your own consciousness, the one who's giving the knowledge, their body conscious, I, me, mine will finish. Your inheritance will also be remembered. When the word Baba is said, the concept of omnipresence is finished. Someone says that God is omnipresent, ask him, how can the Father be in everyone? So, people of today are in darkness. Om Shanti. What did the children say and to whom did they call out? Colon. What do they say in Bhakti? O ocean of knowledge, O son of knowledge. Baba, God is called Baba. God is the Father, and so all of you are the children. The children say, we have now fallen into darkness. Take us into the light. By you're saying Baba, it proves then that you're calling out to your Father. When you say, colon, Baba, you experience love because the inheritance is received from the Father. By simply saying Ishvara or Prabhu, there isn't that sweetness of the Father's inheritance. Yeah, simply saying God, there's no sweetness. By saying Baba, you remember your inheritance. You call out, Baba, we have fallen into darkness. Come and ignite our lamps with knowledge. This is because the lights of souls, what's happened to the light of all the souls in the world now? Does it look like there's lots of spiritual light in the world? So then the lights have gone dark, they've gone out. When a person dies, people keep a lamp lit for 12 days. Someone stays up all night to make sure that that lamp doesn't go out. They do that because they believe if you light a lamp, then the light will allow the soul to go to its next destination. Baba says, the Father explains, you people of Bart were in the light. That is, you were in the day. You were in golden age, heaven. That's the day. But you're now in the dark, the night. It is day for 12 hours and night for 12 hours. That is a limited aspect. This day and night are unlimited. Even in the daytime, it's still nighttime in Iron Age. It's called the day of Brahma. So he's referring to the darkness of ignorance. Yeah, ignorance, they don't know Baba, they don't know about the cycle, they don't know that they have to become pure. It's day for 12 hours and night for 12 hours. That is a limited aspect. This day and night are unlimited. It is called the day of Brahma, the golden and silver ages, and the night of Brahma, the copper and the iron ages. There is darkness at night in which people continue to stumble around. They wander around in all directions, searching for God. But they cannot attain God. They perform devotion in order to attain God. Devotion begins in the copper age, that is, when the kingdom of Ravan begins. Religions begin in copper age, when Ravan's kingdom begins. That's why religions are created. A story has been made up about Dashera, the burning of Ravan, just before Diwali time. They also make up stories with the imagination of their minds. For instance, they create films and plays, etc. The Srimad Bhagavad Gita is the truth. The Supreme Soul came and taught you children Raj Yoga and gave you the kingdom. So they make movies, they make books, they make plays, but they're not the truth. Baba explains knowledge and therefore explains to us this is the real play. And so he shares the truth. The Supreme Soul came and taught you children Raj Yoga and gave you the kingdom. Then they made up stories on the path of devotion. Vyas wrote the Gita, that is, he made up a story. You children are now listening to the true things from the Father. You should always continue to say, Baba, Baba. The Supreme Soul is our Baba. He is the creator of the new world, and we should therefore definitely receive the inheritance of heaven from him. While experiencing 84 births, we came into hell. The Father explains, children, you people of Bharat belong to the Sun and Moon dynasties. When you were masters of the world, there are no other religions. That was called heaven, the land of Krishna. Here it is the land of devils. Baba reminds you that it used to be the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan. Only the Father, not the Ganges, is the ocean of knowledge, the ocean of peace and the purifier. All the brides have one God who is the true bridegroom. People don't know this. That is why they become confused when they're asked who the Father of all souls is. They reply, we don't know. O souls, but how can you not know your own Father? They speak of God the Father, but when you ask them what his name and form are, or whether they recognize him, they say that he is omnipresent. Can a father of children ever be omnipresent? People have become so senseless by following the devilish dictates of Ravan. Body consciousness is the number one vice. They don't have the faith that they are souls. It's not a small thing to have faith. Knowing's not enough, but to have faith you are souls. They say, I am so-and-so. That refers to the body. In fact, they don't know who they really are. I am a judge. I am this. I am that. They continue to say I, but that is wrong. I and mine are two distinct things. Souls are imperishable and bodies are perishable. So a name is given to each body. Souls are not given names. So you can't be a judge, yeah, because judge is the role you play. The role is yours, but it's not who you are. Souls are not given names. The Father says, my name is Shiva. People even celebrate the birthday of Shiva. How can the incorporeal one have a birthday? No one knows whom he enters. The name of all souls is Soul. The name of the Supreme Father is Shiva. And all the rest are called Savigrams. All souls are children, and Shiva is the Father of all souls. He is the unlimited Father. Everyone calls out to him, come and purify us. We are experiencing sorrow. Souls call out. All the children remember him when they are in sorrow. Whereas when those same children are in happiness, none of them remembers him. All the children remember him when they are in sorrow, whereas when those same children are in happiness, none of them remembers him. It is Ravan that has made you unhappy. The Father explains that Ravan is your old enemy. This is the game that is created in the drama. Therefore, all are now in darkness. This is why they call out, O Son of Knowledge, come and take us into the light. When Bharat was the land of happiness, no one used to call out at all. There was nothing lacking there. Here they continue to cry out, O bestower of peace. The Father comes and explains that peace is your original religion and garland around your neck. So in the old bhakti days, like Copper Age, they would call out to God. Because they are separated and are atheists, they don't call out much to God. Only the diehard Christians, Muslims, who still have some faith, they would call out to God for the situation that the world is in. Souls are residents of the land of peace. You go from the land of peace to that land of happiness, where there is nothing but happiness. You don't have to cry out in distress. It's only when people are in sorrow that they cry out. Have mercy. Baba, remover of sorrow, bestower of happiness, come. Shiv Baba, sweet Baba, come once again. He definitely comes. That is why people celebrate the birthday of Shiva, Shiv Jayanti. Sri Krishna is a prince of heaven. His birthday is also celebrated, but no one knows when Sri Krishna came. Krishna Janmashtami. Radha and Krishna become Lakshmi and Narayan when they marry. No one knows this. Human beings continue to call out, O God the Father. Acha. Ask them what his name and form are, and they say that he is
omnipresent,
beyond name and form. Oh, you say that he is God the Father And then you say that he is beyond name and form. The sky is space, but it has the name. It still has a name, sky. You say that you don't know the name or form of the Father. Acha, do you even know yourself? Yes, I am a soul. Acha, what is the name and form of the soul? They say each soul is the supreme soul, omnipresence. He was just talking about that. A soul cannot be beyond name and form. A soul is just a point, like a star that resides in the center of the forehead. Such a tiny soul has a part of 84 births recorded in him. So, what is today's point and main theme? Practice staying in awareness that you are a soul point sitting in the center of the forehead. Then say Baba Baba while explaining knowledge. Such a tiny soul has a part of 84 births recorded in him. Such matters have to be understood. This is why the furnace of 7 days is remembered. Furnace means bhakti. So the course is like taking a bhakti for 7 days. Ravan's kingdom began in the copper age, and it is ever since then the vices have existed. You have continued to come down the ladder. Everyone is now eclipsed and has become ugly. That is why they call out, O son of knowledge, come, come and take us into the light. It is said, when the Satguru gives the ointment of knowledge,
darkness is dispelled.
Darkness is dispelled. Ignorance is dispelled. The intellect remembers the Father. Only the one Father is the ocean of knowledge, the purifier, and the bestower of salvation for all. Therefore, how could anyone else give this knowledge? Sages say that there are many paths to meet God, but that to study the scriptures, to hold sacrificial fires, to do tapasya, etc., they say they are all paths to meet God. However, how could impure ones then go to that pure world? Father says, I myself have to come. So how could they do all this bhakti and they're still impure and all paths lead to God? How could impure ones doing bhakti get back to the soul world? The Father says, I myself have to come. There is only the one God. Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar are deities. They cannot be called God. Their father is Shiva. Since people are here, the father of the people has to exist here. Does he not? The name that is written is Prajapita Brahma Kumaris Institution. He said institution in English. Therefore, you are the children. There are many Brahma Kumaras and Kumaris. The inheritance is received from Shiva, not from Brahma. The inheritance is received from Dada, the grandfather. He sits here and makes you worthy of going to heaven through Brahma. So Dada can be big brother, Brahma, or it can be grandfather Shiv Baba. He adopts you children through Brahma. Children say, Baba, I belong to you. I claim my inheritance from you. The land of Vishnu is established through Brahma. Shiv Baba teaches you Raj Yoga. The Gita has the elevated directions from God. There is only the one God, the incorporeal one. The Father explains, you children have taken 84 births. Souls have remained separated from the Supreme Soul for a long time. It is the people of Bard who have been separated for a long time. It wasn't those of other religions who were separated for a long time. They've been separated for a half to 3/4 of the time.
Mhm.
You are the ones who became separated first. You separated from the Father and came here to play your parts. Baba says, O souls, now remember me, your Father. This is the pilgrimage of remembrance, the fire of yoga. The burden of sins on your head will be burnt away in the fire of yoga. So fire of yoga refers to the intensity of your remembrance, but fire is also tapasya, and it has to be done over a long period of time. The burden of sins on your heads will be burnt away in this fire of yoga. Oh, sweet children, from being in the golden age, you've now come into this iron age. Now remember me. This is something for your intellects to do. Forget your bodies and all your bodily relations and constantly remember me alone. So imagine you're making that effort over the whole duration of the confluence age. For some, it'll be 10 years, 5 years, 30, 40, 50 years, 60 years, right? And and the daddies were like 80 years. So imagine you're doing all of that effort to forget the body and all the bodily relations, right? So that's accumulating in you, the habit, the sanskar. Yes, you fall back and you do remember them, but at least you're recording the effort to become detached and remember only one Baba, concentrate on only one, Ekta. You are souls and those are your bodies. It is the soul that says, I. Remember, he said you have to conquer I, me, and mine. Ravan has made you impure. This play is predestined. There is the pure Bharat and the impure Bharat. When you become impure, you call out to the Father that you want the kingdom of Ram. They say this, but they don't understand the meaning of it. Only the one Father is the ocean of knowledge who gives you this knowledge. Only the Father comes and gives you your inheritance in 1 second. You now belong to the Father in order to claim your inheritance of the Sun and Moon dynasties. You are immortal in the Golden and Silver Ages. You won't say that so-and-so has died, ever, in the Golden and Silver Age. There is no untimely death in the Golden Age. You conquer death, and there is no mention of sorrow. After the end of the Confluence Age, there will be no awareness, no mention, no experience of sorrow. There won't even be a word for it. That is called the land of happiness. The Father says, I give you the sovereignty of heaven. There are many facilities for comfort there. People on the path of devotion built such temples. Even at that time in Copper Age, they had so much wealth. Well, look how prosperous Bharat was. All the rest of the souls were in the incorporeal world. You children have come to know that the highest and high Baba is now establishing heaven. The highest and high is Shirpa. And then there are Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar, residents of the Sutter region. Then there is this world, the locket. You children receive salvation through this knowledge. It is remembered, knowledge, devotion, and disinterest. Yeah, so there's incorporeal world beyond everything, the home. Then there's the Sutter region, residence of the deities, pure manifestation, pure thought, subtle. And then there is this world, hell, pure and impure manifestation in matter. It is remembered, knowledge, devotion, and disinterest. You can see then why the Sutter region can't exist in heaven or even in Copper and Iron Age. Because the Sutter region, creation of the Sutter region would prevent the degradation of the world. There's disinterest in this whole world because they are to receive the sovereignty of the Golden Age. Just God in his mind manifesting Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar is the beginning of the end of hell. Just those three being created in the Sutter region. Father says, children, now constantly remember me alone. By remembering me, you will come to me. Acha? Mite sekiladi bacho prati mat pita. Bap taraka yad pyar or good morning. Rohani bap ki, Rohani bacho ko namaste. Or
Rohani bacho ki, Rohani bap ko namaste.
Essence Vedanta. The burden of sins on your head will be burnt away with fire of yoga. Fire of yoga. Remove your body and all bodily relations from your intellect. And remember the one Father. 2. Instead of calling out or crying out in distress, oh God, oh ocean of knowledge. So instead of crying out in distress, so never cry out in distress, what should you do? Just remembering. Remain stable in your original religion of peace. And you can do that by remembering Baba. Peace is the garland around your neck. So don't use the words I and mine in body consciousness, because that's what's going to lead you into a state of distress. So have the faith that you are a soul. Blessing. May you be an image who grants visions with your Sattva-guni vision. May you be an image who grants visions with your Sattva-guni vision. So you have to be stable in your Sattva-guni state to give someone else a vision of it, to transform the vision and attitude of many souls. It is said the world changes with your
Change your vision.
change your drishti. Let your vision be so Sattva-guni that it changes the vision, attitude, and stage of any other soul. No matter how Tamaguni or Rajaguni that soul may be. Now that's a very deep topic. Everybody intends that, everybody wants that, everybody's making effort for that. But to whatever degree of body consciousness, weakness, lack of purity, lack of power, dishonesty, and give excuses still, whatever, however big, however small, that blocks anyone from being able to see us as angels. Any impurity does this. That's why nobody is having visions of us as angels. Whoever comes in front of you, they should come to know the three worlds and their whole life stories. It means they should get a essential experience of the cycle. Their whole life stories through your drishti. That's giving someone experience in 1 second. This is what it means to take someone beyond with your glance. At the end, when you won't serve with this knowledge, at the end, you won't have to be able to serve with knowledge. It is this kind of service, giving visions through your drishti, that will continue. Yeah, so at the end doesn't mean at the end of your life. Because as I say, I definitely didn't know, I don't know anyone else who says they had a vision of Baba, angels, Satyug, from even Dadi's drishtis, but we're not at the end yet. So at the end, people will then experience this. When is the end? Well, one could technically argue now it's the end, but 10 years, maybe the end means literally the very end. And just before we all go home. You won't be able to do physical service and tell anyone anything, but you would have time to give them drishti. So it's slightly before the very, very end. At the end, when you won't serve with this knowledge, is this service that will continue. Slogan. The practical form of purity is one word, truth. Remember, purity, power, truth, then faith, right? Peace comes after truth. It's contained within purity. But actual peace, manifestation of peace, has to be on the basis of you being stable in your truth. And the other word he used for it is divinity. The practical form of purity is truth. It is divinity. So truth in action is divinity. Truth internally is based on purity, but then expressed into the world is called divinity. Om Shanti, Avyat signal. Virtues of sweetness and humility teach you to, we all need lesson in this.
To bow down.
To bow down. The more you bow your sanskars and thoughts down, so your sanskars have to bend and bow down, and your thoughts have to bend and bow down, then the more the world will bow down to you. So if you don't tell them the truth, does their respect for you go up or down?
Yeah, it goes down.
Right? To bow down means to make others bow down to you. Bow down to your sanskars too. There mustn't even be the thought, others should bow down to me. When you bow down, all others will bow down. So what this means is, when you behave that way, you have erased your awareness about what you did. Right? Denial. You don't mean anything bad by it. It's just a protection mechanism that you do automatically. But that is not speaking the truth. So then the point he made today was, due to not being able to bow down and be humble and tell the truth, you cannot be in the experience of your stage of purity. Right? He said purity is known as being in truth, divinity. Every time you do that, you're trashing your truth and your divinity. So therefore, your self-respect has to go down. Well, if other people see you doing that a lot, maybe their self-respect for you will go down. Who's causing what to whom? When you bow down, all others will bow down to you. They will give you respect. If you keep disrespecting them, they will not bow down, is what Bubba's saying. They won't return respect to you because most people are conditional. Selfless souls, they'll give you respect no matter what you do, but still you're lost. Truly serviceable children can only do service when they, so he's saying you can't do true service without bowing down. Truly serviceable children can only do service when they bow down, when they're humble. You can do all kinds of service, go to the markets, give knowledge, but if you're not humble, there'll be no powerful effect of your words. Om Shanti.